Hi, my name is Manly Kanoa. I played football, basketball, and track. Um, I played football since seventh grade, so seventh grade through another 5 years of college. That would be 11 years of football. Holy smokes. Basketball was way more, even though I stopped my senior year. I started playing, I guess, like eighth grade. Oh, so 8 years old, so it was probably 11 years of basketball too. And the sport that I did the least was track and field, and that was from seventh grade to 12th grade, so 6 years of track and field, and I just threw shot put and discus. The highest level of competition that I played in was in football. I played 5 years at the University of Hawaii, and then I was a free agent with the Atlanta Falcons for that 1 year. And my current career, I'm a teacher at Kamehameha Schools. Okay, so the way my sport, and I want to choose football, the way football impacted my sense of identity and self worth was pretty easy. Like I was always a big guy. I had a big growth spurt between seventh grade and eighth grade. Went from 5'10" to about 6'4.5". So it was like 6.5 inches in 2 months. It was painful, but grew quite big quite fast. And I was a big dude and played basketball and played football. And I think as far as how it impacted my identity and self worth, being a part of a team was huge for me. And then going through the ranks and becoming a leader on the team showed me that I can lead people, and I can lead either by example or getting in people's faces and doing that. On the flip side, playing basketball and track, you're still on a team in basketball, but on a team of five versus a team of 11, a lot more eyes are on you individually. So that that transition was a little bit different, and it was a little harder knowing that there were a lot more people watching the good things that I did, but also the stuff that I did wrong. And then lastly, track. You're out there on your own, competing against just yourself, basically. So it gave you that drive, and that's why I push for student athletes to always try multiple sports, because the stress that they get in football is going to be different than the stress in basketball and track and things like that. So. Okay, so the next question is, what skills or experiences from my athletic career proved most valuable after transitioning out of sports? I would say the biggest skill for me was time management. Our coaching staff in college taught us that if you're 10 minutes early, you're late. So we were always under the impression that we needed to be extra early for meetings, for training, for practice. So our morning practices started at 7 a.m. and we would be at the facility at 5:30, and we'd be on the field at 6 a.m. And it was just a small core group of us. We would watch the other players walking down from their dorms at like 6:30, and then trying to rush to practice and be there on time at 7. But we found ways to be extra early for everything, because we were always taught that if you're late, it means that your time is more important than other people's time. And for me, it never was that way. I always thought that the way that I could prove to other people that their time meant something to me was that I would be early and not on time. I would always be early for that. So that was something that proved most valuable for me after my playing career ended. All right, so as far as entering a career after finishing playing, for me it was pretty easy. There were a lot of people that followed University of Hawaii athletics, and a lot of people that were interested in our careers as college football players, both within the UH system and in the community. And I was lucky enough to be put in touch with people in a bunch of different careers. So like financial planning was something that I wanted to do, and also banking. So I got to do an internship while I was still in college after my playing career ended at Solomon Smith Barney, and really learned the ins and outs of day trading and investing. And then after that, when I graduated, I went right into the workforce at Bank of Hawaii. Had some doors open for me, both from my dad knew people at the bank, but there were also people that just knew about the people that played at University of Hawaii, and my degree helped too. So there were a bunch of things that opened doors for me, but I feel like being the readiness level that I had to be in there was from the rigorous college program at UH as far as academics, but also just how hard athletics was. We didn't have much time for ourselves, so I think it readied me for I guess a 8 to 5 kind of job. Okay, I think my athletic background influenced my leadership style in teaching. In that I do expect a lot from my students, and I think I break it down for them the way a coach would break things down for a player. I do think teaching is just coaching in a air conditioned room. Luckily, Mahalo Hawaii. But for that saying, "You're only as strong as your weakest link," I think it's wrong. I think you're only as strong as your strongest link, and I do think that the strongest links need to influence and lead and motivate the weaker links to get up to their level. Now, that's not something that happens all the time at this school, but I do want to see it happen a lot more often, because we do have individuals that are really good at their sports, but to get everybody up to their level takes them doing a little bit something special, and I think that little bit extra is just coaching and motivating and leading. So yeah, I do think that my sports career definitely lent a good influence into my current career. Okay, and then finally, the lasting impact that my athletic background has had on me personally and professionally, I think I'm just going to go back to just preparedness, being ready for the day, being ready for the week, and making sure that my students or my athletes are as prepared as I am. I think it's a diminishing trait as we get into this instant gratification of social media and even the workforce. A lot of kids don't feel the need to really grind through preparation. And I do love that aspect of teaching, and I love that aspect of coaching. It's that just being ready and being overly prepared, and because then there's no surprises, and you can really just do your best. You can succeed in anything.